Hello, I hope that you are doing well. Thank you so much for joining me here today to explore and create. And we are going to do a combination of both of those things today. So a lot of times when I make things during the winter, I like to go outside and be inspired by nature. So I thought that we would come outside, do a little exploring, and make something. Does the thing we make necessarily have to reflect this season? No, but I like to walk, see what nature has to offer, and use that to help get my creative juices flowing. So let us take a quick walk and then we'll get creating. We have some snow that's melting today and then forming layers of water on top of the ice. So I don't know if you can see this very well, but we have that going on right here. So we've got ice on the driveway, but then we have a reflection in the water that's on top of the ice of surrounding trees. And I love that look. And this is something I always love. So it is the end of a branch of a red pine tree, and you can see the needles coming off of it. And I like that look of the pine needles. Another thing I like in the winter is when leaves or grass land on the snow and the sun comes out, heats up the leaf, and then it starts melting into the snow. Another couple things I like are the sunlight glinting off the snow and you catch little sparkles, and I also like shadows in the snow. And depending upon what time of day it is, where the sun is in the sky, sometimes those shadows will almost look purplish, and I love that color and I love that look. So I think we've done enough walking around and exploring. Let's get creating. So I've got a bag of stuff here, and we're going to use what I've got to help us create. So I'll move the bag out of the way. Let's get started looking at what we're going to use. I've got permanent markers in a variety of colors. I've got paper with images that I printed up and scissors to cut those out. Some small jars. You can use whatever kind of jar you have or you want to use. These are just from yogurt. So I cleaned them with hot soapy water from the tap. They had labels on them, so first actually what I did was I filled them with warm water from the tap. I let them sit for about 10 minutes and then I just peeled those labels off. That can leave residue, so I washed them again with hot soapy tap water. Then I got a cotton ball, and I have one here that I used, and I have it wrapped in plastic wrap because what I've done is soak the one side of it in rubbing alcohol. And I just wipe over the entire surface of it with the rubbing alcohol, outside and inside, and I let that sit for about 10 minutes. Back to the paper, you just pick an image that you like, and being inspired by nature today, I didn't go with something that we saw, but I am incorporating the purplish color that I like from the snow into it. And because one of the things I liked was the sun glinting off the snow, what we're actually going to make is a tea light holder. So I found an image of a feather that I really liked. I printed it up, and now we're ready to get started. So I cut out the picture of the feather, and then you can either tape it on the jar or you can just put something in there to make it hold in place. I used paper towels because I'm going to be using paper towels to clean up today anyway, and so I figured this was something I was going to use. It would take care of two things at once for me. Let's get creating. So you want to make sure that in addition to all the oils and everything being off the glass, that you don't have any lotion on your fingers. So I washed my hands to make sure that they are also clean. And we're just going to get started. I'm going to use the yellow as my center here. And yep, we're just basically tracing. If you are really good at drawing, you could just pick up the marker and just draw freehand. The other nice thing about being outside creating is you get to listen to the sounds of nature. So we have a lot of birds out today. I've heard blue jays, I've heard crows, heard some other birds, I wasn't sure what they were, but that's always nice to listen to the sounds of nature while you are creating. So I got the yellow. I'm going to do something to get that peachy color. And this is going to be really cool when it's done, because we're going to take one of those reusable tea lights that looks like a tea light candle and just put it in here. There's some beautiful light. Just go over that. I'm sure you're going to have some to fill in, so I'm going to fill in. Okay, so I've got the basic thing done. I'm going to go back and fill in some of the colors now, where they just didn't all get in there. And I actually like just doing the lines because that adds a feeling of feathers to it. And the colors are getting darker as I add more. So you can layer them. So you can do it in layers. And it will get darker. So I need to fill in right there and decide which color I'm going to do that with. And I don't want to do it all in purple. So maybe what I'll do is a different green. So you don't only have to do this on yogurt jars, you can do this on any jar, really. I did also outline it in purple. So, I think we're going to call that good. And there it is. And I love this project for a couple of reasons. It shows how art and science work splendidly together. So we used the principle that you can draw on glass with permanent markers to execute our project, but what we made was so beautiful and so artistic and so fun. So you can use this and draw basically anything on glass. The other thing that I didn't mention before, but I will mention now, is that if you draw something that you don't like, You can use rubbing alcohol to take it off. So if you make a mistake, wipe it off and start again. I hope you enjoyed this Explore and Create, and I hope that you will join us again. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope you had fun with this. Hope that you will also try using permanent markers to make an amazing design on glass. So thank you. I hope that you continue to explore the world and use your creativity to improve it. And we will see you again next time.